So guys, today is Thursday. I am vlogging midweek and I'm going to try and do a few more vlogs than my usual one a week. I'm going to try and get it together. I've got to be honest though, today I am exhausted. You can see my eyes. I mean, it's like 8:30 and they're just not open yet, and I know why I feel so tired. It's not because of my increase in cardio, it's not because of my food decrease. It's because I got in last night at 10:30. I mean, this never happens. I am normally in bed by 9. I went to go to the cinema. I watched the new Bourne film. Wouldn't recommend it. Wouldn't be recommending it. It was long. I cannot sit in a chair for 2 hours either, over 2 hours. Morning, set my alarm like I normally do for 4:30 to go do cardio, and did cardio fueled by coffee, got home, ate my oats, and I just wanted another nap. But obviously can't do that because I've got stuff to do. Today's plans. I feel like I should do this vlog with my eyes closed. Today's plans. I am going to Sheffield today. I am going to see Dan, who is coaching me, who I send a lot of naked pictures to. Not fully naked, obviously. Come on, guys. Let's be real about this. So I'm going to be getting the train, and I think that's it for now. Came round to Mum's to pardon. Just what?
She's never talking to me.
No, I'm talking.
It's always this random camera.
YOLO Food have sent me a lot of stuff here, actually. A lot of stuff. Apricot and chocolate brown bread pudding. Mum's like, yay. I've already got it out.
Wow, is it?
Look.
Where's the instructions?
There'll be simple instructions, Mum. Smoked salmon and scrambled free-range eggs. There must be an easy way. That isn't in the deal, Mum.
What's that?
You just put some tomato ketchup on there.
Don't know.
I had to try to break the habit. I changed my mind. Now I can have it.
Currently having a bit of a walk in Lime Park. Word of the day is distraction tactics. The start of the week was really good for me. I was totally on my plan, I was totally on my diet, and from, when was it, Wednesday, I went to Sheffield, had a Nando's, even though it was good, it wasn't on my plan. You saw before that I got some food sent to me, so I had a few protein balls. And for no reason at all, really, I just had a really low day, and I felt really unmotivated. I couldn't do work. I just ended up going to bed about 8 o'clock at night and kind of put it down to one of those days. Weekend, it is quite difficult when you're in prep because you can't almost do normal stuff that you would normally do. I've already done cardio, 30 minutes on the Stairmaster, and I am planning on vlogging later, and I might even go for a shop. Me and Mum are going to, where are we going, Mum?
Marble.
But what shop in particular? I'm not a snob, I just don't particularly like Asda.
Nobody really likes Asda.
We're also going to go to a fruit and veg shop as well, and today I am going to make some green soup because I'm having one of those hungry days already. I can just sense it. Sometimes with green soup it can be a bit too fibrous.
We know what that means.
I try and stay clear of broccoli. We all know what happens when you have too much fibre. But broccoli sometimes doesn't agree with my stomach, so I'm going to try and pick different green veg to blend into a soup or not so tasty soup. Mum, will you be having some?
Probably not, sadly.
Make me feel alive. I've got nothing to hide. Would I go chasing after I had my...
Say I'm pretty much an expert on making things that are bulk, that are pretty low in calories. So like I've just been to the fruit and veg shop to buy loads of veg. I also make iced coffees, so they're like a blended, almost like a frappuccino. I get asked so much about how I make them, so I'm gonna show you guys how I make my iced coffee. I've just used 1 teaspoon of just coffee granules. I'm going to use a little bit of toffee flav drops, but you can use stevia or trivia. I normally use like 200 mils of almond milk, but I haven't really got any left. Look, it's just a little dribble. Just going to use that amount, and I'm going to top it up to around about here, so I'd say about 200 or 300 mils of water, and then load it with ice. So I've just filled it with water, filled it with ice, and I'm going to use the NutriBullet now to blend it all together. There it is, iced coffee. It's really useful, especially when you're having a hungry day in prep, or just when you're dieting for a particular reason, is to really bulk out your foods. I'm going to attempt to make a green soup like I said before, except for I've got some cauliflower, got some spinach, which looks like it's seen better days. I've got some courgette and some leftover celery, and I saw these at the shop. They are some yeast-free vegetable stock, and if you can see there, gluten and lactose-free. So I'm just going to make it, see what it tastes like. It's extremely green. I feel like I should put an onion or something in there, but we'll just test it out and see what it tastes like. At the moment I'm just chopping some courgette. Now courgette is really good because it volumizes things. So in my last vlog I used courgette in oats. 2 courgettes. So I'm just going to bung them in. Flour. It's only 50p. I think it's the ends of it. Is it the ends, Mum? It's the stuff like so by date, but it makes a really cheap soup. Because it can be quite expensive buying fresh veg. Yeah. So I'm just going to cut it into little chunks and put it in. Mum's sneaking past. It's boiling. It's probably been boiling for like 20 minutes, but it's giving off this quite strange aroma. I would say socks. Like when you've wore a pair of socks all day, maybe you've done a little bit of a Stairmaster session. It kind of smells like that, just really warm. Make me feel a bit sick, actually. At the moment I'm not sure about it, but I will let you know. I'll give it the taste test for you. Unfortunately we don't have smell-o-vision, so I can't do that, sorry. It's really just gone to a mush. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to leave it to cool. Someone said something on my Snapchat when I made a soup once to say, make sure you tell everyone that they need to leave it to cool before blending, because that could be a real health and safety hazard. So I'm telling you now, leave the soup to cool, guys. Safety first. Here it is. A real bowl of green goodness. Should go and see how it tastes. Let's have a look. Yeah, I quite like that, you know. I mean, it's very green, but I think for a whole bowl, and I've got another whole pan full over there, you're having a hungry day, or just you need something else that's filling or warming inside of you, I think, you know, a real big homemade soup is a good option. So yeah. Just less than 6 weeks out from the Arnold's, and there's nothing really to update really. My macros have stayed the same, my training has stayed the same. The word of this week is consistency. In previous weeks I have not been consistent. I'll have 3 days of being consistent, 1 day of not being consistent at all, and so this week consistency was the main focus. And with anything, I think it's good to have some kind of focus for that week that's achievable, that's an achievable goal, even a daily goal, that you are going to do that in the day, and when you go to bed at night you think, right, I've done that, and you can almost congratulate yourself. It's almost like a proud moment, like I have achieved something today. So it doesn't need to be that major. It could just be trying a new exercise at the gym, it could be drinking more water in the day, it could be avoiding the piece of chocolate or the few biscuits that you have at night, and when you go to bed you feel like a sense of achievement. So for this week, for me, it was about being just consistent with my macros. Don't think of it like a marathon, think about it day by day. What can you do that day that is going to bring you another step towards what you aim to do? So next week I will show you my physique update underneath my massive hoodie because it's cold today. Yeah, I'll show you more about my diet and training, and maybe next week probably it will be changed up a bit depending on progress. But until next time, sweetie pies.